Welcome to your mini coaching session this week. I want to talk to you about how to maintain your inner peace this weekend. So this particular mini coaching session is for those of you who identify as an empath or as a highly sensitive person, also known as an HSP. I personally do. So in the comment section, if you identify as an empath or an HSP, type empath or HSP inside the comment section now, because I'll tell you, it's really nice not feeling so lonely in that all the time and to know there's other people who are also in that boat. Suppressing your inner peace or getting into a highly sensitive state when with friends or family or chosen this family this weekend is something that I know can easily happen, even if you really love everybody so much. So I want to give you the solution on how to make sure you don't suppress your own inner peace when you're at group gatherings, or even if it's just you and one other person this weekend. Here's the solution. And you're going to go, no, it can't be that easy. Well, here it is. Breathe and get curious. Breathe and get curious, right? Instead of holding your breath, right, where we go, oh God, they're talking about politics. Oh God, they're talking about other countries. Oh God, right? Instead of holding your breath and the need to be right. It's really nice to be right. Our egos love being right. But if we breathe and get curious, instead of hold your breath and get right, then man, holy macaroni, Batman, do we have the ability to pivot during this weekend. So that's right. Breathe and exercise the human ability to exercise curiosity versus the human desire to be right. Curiosity versus righteousness. And I'm telling you, as someone who works on this pretty diligently, and trust me, I fall out of my state of inner peace quite often, but through breathing and exercising curiosity, I find that I have the ability to be present for myself, for my wife Lauren, and for those that are in front of me during times where there might be a group of people that I'm sitting with that have different beliefs or values than I do. So your inner peace has the ability to surface more when you control you. Your commitment to breathing activates your parasympathetic system and prevents your empathetic part from taking in everyone's group energy. Because as we breathe, we're moving energy in our body. We don't have to be taking in everyone's energy. We don't have to own it and lock it into our body. That's a whole conversation we can have that's separate by itself. Your commitment to curiosity puts you into a place of control because you can choose what questions you ask. And asking questions gives you the space to do what you do best as a highly sensitive person or empath, and that's care about people without needing to prove you're right about anything. So getting curious and asking questions, which I'll give you an example of in a second, is your opportunity to practice your gift of being an empath without trying to prove anyone of anything. And your commitment to not being right, your commitment to saying, I don't need to be right here, put your 650,000-year-old fight, flight, or freeze brain out of survival mechanism, out of needing to fight, flight, or freeze and keep you alive. And man, is that so much more pleasant than not being exhausted by needing to be, no, you're wrong, I'm right, listen to me. It's so much fun to not need to be right. And go, oh, okay, that's interesting. Tell me more. So let's try it right now. Let's practice, okay? Because this is your coaching session, and we don't want to leave the site of a coaching session without practicing and making some commitments. So let's practice right now breathing. Now, what I want you to do, as I often talk about, is make sure you don't lose your neck, and you drop your shoulders down. So practice breathing. Shoulders down, loosen your abdominal muscles, and just practice breathing. And now, I want you to imagine who you are going to be with over the next few days and what kind of conversations they like to stir up about other family members, about the fact that that one over there, or you are married or not married, with kids, without kids, whatever, right? Not practicing the family tradition. We know these are the conversations that pop up a lot of times. So I want you to practice writing in the chat section right now, what are some questions you can ask that are curious based? So it could be like, where'd you get that belief? Why do you feel so deeply about that? What about me being single, without child, whatever the question is? What about that concerns you? How does it impact us as a family, right? So I want you to practice putting questions in that's not about being right, but truly getting curious about the other person. Because you have no reason to prove yourself right. But when we start asking questions, it, number one, keeps us out of fight, flight, or freeze, or at least mitigates it, typically in my experience. And two, it's fun. And three, you'll actually deepen your relationship with people who might think that you're against them when you're not against them. You just don't share the same values. And that's okay. So when crazy Uncle Ernie tries to convince you of something you don't believe, ask some questions. But if crazy Uncle Ernie keeps pushing, just state your truth. I'm not here to be right or to be convinced that I'm wrong. I'm here to be with you because I want to be present with you. And you're going to see them go. They won't even know what to do with it, right? I'm not here to be right, and I'm not here to be convinced of anything. I'm just here to be with you. So let's talk about crazy Aunt Irma instead. I don't know. You have so much inner peace accessible to you at your fingertips over this weekend. And I challenge you to get curious instead of getting right. So I challenge you right now to engage in the comment section and put down what was your biggest key of being here for this mini coaching session. Why was this video synchronistically added into your life? Why was this the perfect time to hear this message? Thank you for letting me in your life. My name is Michael Ian Cedar, and I am very pleased to be your mindset and self-leadership coach. Happy holidays from myself and the rest of the Legacy of You family and the Gratitude Slam family. And I wish you a happy holidays to you, your family, and your chosen family. Ichigo Ichi, my friends. Ichigo Ichi.